I, female 30, recently found out that the way my husband, male 30, communicates when I'm not there is contributing to people thinking I'm dishonest. Over the past year, there's been this narrative that has popped up that I'm being dishonest. And it even resulted in the loss of a long-term friendship because she was absolutely convinced that I'd lied about something that I'd been trying to figure out why. And since I have a therapist to help support my general mental health already, I've asked her to be brutally honest with me and tell me if there's something about the way I'm speaking, reacting, etc. that could come across. She didn't think so, and I know that I haven't been lying, so I've been very frustrated that this has been popping up more frequently. My husband has a bad habit of correcting me in front of other people, and in addition to my therapist suggesting that this may be a contributing factor, I've also considered that maybe that was contributing. For example, one time we were chatting with an older couple who sat next to us on a holiday. They asked if we were on our honeymoon, and when I said we were just dating, they got noticeably less friendly, and the conversation just kind of ended abruptly. Not a big deal, but I interpreted that as them not thinking we should have been on vacation together if we weren't married. I still think, based on their facial expressions and reaction, that there was a part of it. After our trip, this couple came up and I mentioned offhandedly that the conversation abruptly stopped, and they seemed unimpressed that we were traveling together unmarried. My husband then jumped in front of other people and corrected me, saying that I was reading into it too much and that's not exactly what happened. While it's entirely valid if his interpretation was different, and it's entirely possible that my interpretation was incorrect, I wasn't lying. And I also explained that that was how I thought it seemed. This is a pretty good example of the kinds of situations where he'll correct me in public. I'm not lying, and maybe we have interpreted things differently, but when he corrects me definitively in front of others, it makes me appear dishonest. He's also very forgetful, and if I remember something and he doesn't, his default is to say that he doesn't know what I'm talking about when it's in front of other people. Then he remembers when we have a follow-up discussion in private, often saying things like, "Oh, that's what you were talking about. I thought you were talking about this thing. So that's why I said I didn't think that happened." But ultimately, it doesn't help if he only realizes what I'm talking about in private, but continues to call me out in public. Fast forward to a few weeks ago, and he tells me that he had communicated something to a family member a little while back that I'll leave out because it's quite identifiable. I didn't know that he had done this, so felt bad that I'd been communicating with them as if my husband hadn't just shared what he shared, and felt it was necessary to apologize and clarify that I just didn't realize. Wasn't trying to be insensitive and didn't mean to make them uncomfortable. I just didn't realize. The family member then gets back to me and says they're confused. My husband never told them what he told me he told them.